Good morning, Eagle community. Happy Tuesday, Pretend Monday. Hope you had a wonderful long weekend. It was a good one. Good for relaxing. I know that the kiddos were home yesterday. I know a lot of teachers were here on campus yesterday doing a lot of work, getting caught up, doing some things that they needed just some protected time to do. So outside of that, I just hope you had a fantastic weekend. It was a good one for myself and my family as well. So just hope everybody had a blessed weekend. Upcoming dates are listed in the newsletter for the rest of April. May gets a little crazy too. We've got some events in the evening going on in May, and also lots of celebrations for end of school year, but we don't want the wheels to fall off. So just so you know, we are still doing instruction. Even after STAR testing for 3rd through 5th grade, we do look at those standards that need to be retaught. We have supporting standards that we teach and readiness standards that we teach. And so we do start looking at those supporting standards in 3rd grade that become readiness standards in 4th grade and et cetera. So we are still pushing forward with great learning. Students have end of year testing throughout May. So we take a beginning, a middle, and end of year assessment called MAP or M-Class, depending on grade levels that you're in. And we do look at the growth these students have made throughout the year. So it's important that everybody's in attendance. That summer doesn't start too soon, even though it is exciting to think that summer is right around the corner. So those dates are listed there for you so that you can fill out the rest of April. Tomorrow, 5th grade has their first STAR test. And so what that means is our campus is a closed campus for the next 3 weeks. Yes, 3 weeks. We could test any day we need to, especially if we have makeup tests if students are absent and they need to take their tests the following day. This is not a campus process. It's throughout our district as well. And so visitors for lunch are not allowed. Now, if you want to bring your child Chick-fil-A for lunch or McDonald's or whatever, you can do that. Bring it in, drop it off, and we will get it to them. But for the next 3 weeks from April 7th through the 23rd, there are no visitors on campus unless visiting a classroom teacher. We do have our volunteer breakfast that's coming up in that last testing week of April. So those are planned and also in spaces that won't interrupt any sort of testing that's going on. We test all throughout our building. It also changes our daily schedule for other grade levels that aren't testing. So it just shifts things around and makes things a little wonky. And so we also respect that type of scheduling. For your students that are testing this next 3 weeks in 3rd through 5th grade, I put a little blurb in the newsletter about just what I communicate to the students. Anytime we take a practice test or anything like that, or your UAs, their unit assessments, all throughout the school year, I tell them I care how they do, because I think it matters to know if they have learned it or not. That's what a test tells us. There's a lot of emphasis on STAR. I just need the students to grow, right? We don't want to sit them in a classroom all year long and them not understand that they're closing learning gaps or they're mastering their standards in a great way. And that's what these assessments show us. So I'm not a big, let's do a pep rally type person. Some people like that. I feel like tomorrow's a day for our 5th graders to show what they know in the reading that they've learned and the writing that they've learned. And can they grow in that? Have they grown in a school year? For our 3rd graders, theirs is more about achievement. How are they achieving in their grade level standards? Are they mastering them? Are they not? And then we build a good learning plan for those students moving forward. So this data is important. And however you feel about STAR testing, there will always be testing for our students. It is a good thing, but I also understand why there is stress and anxiety built around it. I try and alleviate that by telling the kids, do the best you can. That's the first and foremost. Just try your best. If you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't. Don't stress about it. And then let's grow our brains, right? Those are the 2 messages I always give, always, no matter what, okay? So just be aware of that. Little information I shared a couple weeks ago about getting ready for STAR testing, just a good night's sleep, fill their bellies with something nutritious. We provide snacks for them throughout the day, and we just want them to be prepared as much as they can be. So our teachers have worked hard. Our kids have worked even harder learning what the teachers are teaching, and so we want them to be able to show that knowledge in a great way. So that's my spiel on STAR testing. Let's see. We're still looking for people for our job fair. our career fair or career day. That's on May 11th. So if you are interested or know somebody or have a friend who's a business owner or whatever and wants to come in for a couple hours and talk to our kiddos, please have them fill out this form. You can share it with them. We would love to have them on campus with us. Miss Plum has the book fair coming up. It's April 27th through May 6th, and she needs some volunteers to help run that. So if you are interested, reach out to Miss Plum. She is an amazing librarian and brings in a great book fair and does a great job. And I think any elementary campus you're on, the book fair is a big deal. I can remember vividly being in school and the book fair being one of my favorite things. So it's a good time to stock up on summer reading for your kiddos and just help support that literacy throughout the summer so that kiddos don't forget that they love to read, right? Once a week, 20 minutes, have them reading. Let's, do something like that. Read before bed. That's really great. Have them pick out some books at the book fair that they'll love to read. PTA section, we do have our nominations coming up for our new PTA board for next year. Crystal Garza is our president. She's been president for 2 years. She cannot be president again. So we're looking for a new president. Lots of chairs open, membership, fundraising, all of those things. So if you're interested, please check out that section. We would love to get an idea of who is interested. There's a link for you to submit your nomination if you would like to participate. We cannot do a lot of the things that we do on our campus without the support of our PTA and our volunteers, and we are so grateful for them. If you feel moved to support our campus in that way, it would be amazing. We struggle to have people want to participate on our PTA board, and without the PTA board, we can't do a whole lot of things that we would like to do for our students and bring in experiences for them. And so the money that they raise for our campus goes back to our kids, 80% of it. 20% is operating, spend some of it on our teachers, but a majority of the money raised is always spent on all of our students, regardless of those that participate in fundraising or not. So we just really want you to know that our PTA is really important. So thank you to them, to our current board for all that they do and have done. And hopefully you're interested. If you have questions, reach out to me. I know Crystal will be happy to talk to anybody interested. Like, how much time does it take? How much do I need to put into this to be a part of it? I'm limited on this. Where can I support? Because I really want to volunteer, but I can't hold a board position. All of that. So she can help with that. And then they need some help with Teacher Appreciation Week. That's the first week in May. So they're looking for some help with some upcoming events. I know we have our Splash Day, Field Day coming up that they also look for volunteers for. So please email Crystal at that president@freiheitpta.com. She can help you out with some opportunities to volunteer for end of year stuff. And then finally, our Texas State baseball game, still selling tickets, $10 a ticket. It is a spirit day for Freiheit. It's also my day for Texas State. So a lot of cool stuff going on that day at the stadium. So please, if you'd like to join, go for it. I saw the weather. It looks like it might rain, but hopefully not all day. And the game is, I think, at noon. So check that out. Texas State baseball is doing really well. Been watching them at night when I am at home. My husband's a baseball fan, so we see them on TV, and they've been doing really well. So going to be fun to go see them. Yearbook sales are still going on all the way through April 20th. After April 20th, the price goes up, and you have until sometime in May to order a book, but it goes up, I think, $5, $20 to $25. So please, if you're interested in this beautiful memory keepsake, get in there, order your yearbook. I know they've been holding the signs up outside on pickup dismissal duty and reminding you to get these sweet memories. It's going to be a great book. Miss Moose is our yearbook editor, and she does an amazing job and spends many hours making it a good book for our students to have as they move into their next step or stage of grade level or life if going to middle school. Information about SACC, our SAC program for summer, if you need some summer daycare, is also still listed, and also the color run for Memorial Early College High School is listed there. It's I believe April 18th is that color run. So that's their little fundraiser for their college, for their high school prep program. So if you're interested, that is there as well. All right. If you have questions, please reach out. And if you haven't heard from your teacher and had a conference with them about your kiddo, please make sure you reach out to them. Meeting with all the teachers today, I'll remind them to make sure to touch base with everyone. But I hope that you've had an opportunity to talk about the great things your kids are doing. Thank you for sharing them with us. They make this building a great place to be. They're not perfect. We're not perfect. And that's the beautiful thing about the life we live together. So thank you for all you do to help support our campus. Pump your kiddos up. Tell them they're wonderful. Tell them that they've grown so much. That's all that matters. And have a great week. Thanks so much.